I'm Chelsea Prendez, and this is Body Shots. Today's episode is all about martinis. In this episode, we're going to visit the Discotheque Suite, where we will learn about some popular new martinis, and we're even going to make a few of our own. We'll also stop by Up and Smoke, an amazing cigar lounge, to learn how to pair a great martini with a great cigar. That and Dr. Lush will pull the trigger on the alcohol shotgun. Last, we'll stop by Kelly's East Side for mixing it up, martini trivia, and this week's exciting drinking game. Martinis. Martinis remain to be one of the most popular alcoholic drinks of all time. But the word martini evokes not only a cocktail, but an image. What better place to enjoy a martini than at a swanky lounge? Behind me is Suite, and today we're going to dive into some timeless martinis. The martini was established as an American cocktail in the beginning of the 20th century. However, the exact ingredients have varied over the years. I'm here at Suite with bartender Mike, and he's going to make us a classic martini, and we're going to talk about some of these hit martinis right here. Thanks for having us, Mike.
Welcome, welcome.
So, tell me about a classic martini and what is in it.
Well, the classic martini was the first one ever made. What they would do is they would take a chilled glass, mix a little bit of vermouth in it. What it does is the vermouth has a very bitter, stout flavor, so it kind of brutalizes the gin a little bit. And they would take just a little bit of ice, some gin in it, just shake it a couple times.
And that actually bruises it, correct?
You're bruising it just enough. That's what the whole point of the vermouth is.
Okay.
But with this, you don't want to do it too much. Like with the other ones, like the lot more modern ones, they bruise it a lot because what they want to do is make it into either a sweeter drink or something that's a lot less harsh on the palate.
Okay. Now, in the 90s, they began making their martinis with vodka instead of gin, and I want to taste the difference. So, would you make me a vodka martini?
Absolutely.
And you don't put vermouth in this one?
No, and in the 90s, they actually started getting away from the vermouth, and they would actually start just chilling straight vodka.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take some of this vodka, chill it nice and cold for you.
And you're shaking this one a lot.
Yeah, this one, in the 90s, what they did is they started bruising it a lot more than what they used to do. Before, it was all about, they wanted to actually taste a lot more of the vodka. Consumers nowadays still appreciate it, but they want to have a cold drink rather than just tasting what's in front of them.
All right, I'm ready to taste this to see the difference between a classic martini that's made of gin and this, which is made of vodka. So
Yes.
This is the vodka one, correct?
That is the vodka one. That one you're gonna have a very slight taste of the olive juice because we just dropped one olive in it. It's gonna be a little bit more brewed, so the vodka isn't gonna have such a harsh taste as it would if it was just straight.
It kind of tastes like a watered down vodka a little bit. So, all right, good. All right, here's the classic gin martini. Wow, that's like so bitter. All right, now in front of us we have several variations of martinis from hip and cool to dirty. So let's talk about these, and I want to taste them too.
This one I made is especially dirty. This is just a very dirty martini.
Okay.
It's gonna have a strong taste of olives in it as well.
Is it vodka or gin?
That's a vodka one.
Okay, so vodka dirty martini. Olive galore. It's really good. I mean, if you like olives, it's great. If you don't, I would try dirty martini. All right. Next?
This one's been a big popular one this summer. This is our strawberry lemon drop martini.
Okay.
It's got a little bit of raspberry liqueur. It's got fresh pureed strawberries. Some, of course, vodka, because most of these are vodka drinks nowadays.
Okay. And it's like, it looks red like strawberry, but all I taste is lemon and vodka. It's really weird. It's great.
This one right here is a very, very fresh martini. This one
Okay.
is actually the cucumber lychee martini. This one is fresh pureed cucumber and lychee syrup, which a lychee is a fruit from Asia. We incorporated into that one as well. It's a vodka one too. That one's gonna have a lot more fresh taste.
It is so refreshing. It's like lemonade in the summer. It's so refreshing, and I taste cucumber, but I taste a little bit of lemon in here as well, or mint.
Yeah,
mint
it's
too.
got mint and fresh squeezed lemons.
So great. Thanks, Mike, for showing us all these
Absolutely.
amazing martinis.
martinis are very simple and easy to make.
And they are so good.
But ours will have a slight change.
All right, so let's make us a couple of martinis. First,
Add 2.5 ounces of gin into a shaker with ice.
then add a 1/2 ounce of dry vermouth.
And next, shake it all up like a good secret agent.
That's right, no stirring. Now pour your drink into a martini glass.
Okay, are you ready for something a little different?
We're making our martinis dirty with pickle juice instead of olive brine.
Okay, it's time to add the pickle juice.
Sounds funny, but tastes great. Good little pickle juice. Raise your glasses to the dirty pickle.
Joining me right now is the owner of Sweet, Brandon Hayes. Brandon, thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
Before I start talking about martinis, I have to say that this place is so beautiful. Tell me a little bit about Sweet.
Well, Sweet is one of the only clubs in Uptown that still has a dance hall permit. So we cater to more of a dance floor. We have an intimate setting here. It's very minimalistic. We try to cater to a female clientele, young professionals come in, and it's pretty much what we do.
So would you say the atmosphere is more dancing or more?
I'd say it's more high tempo. I mean, it's definitely a lot of people moving around, people getting into it and enjoying the music.
How popular are your martinis?
Martinis are always a popular female cocktail, so I mean, the girls are always going to cater to those things, and once one girl orders one, the rest of the girls have to have one, so it works out well for us.
So true. Sweet is beautiful, the atmosphere is amazing. Coming up next, we have Dr. Lush, and after that, we're going to Up and Smoke to learn how to pair a great martini with a great cigar.
Hello, class. Dr. Lush here. I've noticed that my students have been exhibiting typical redneck behaviors. Shh. By wearing NRA hats and driving excessively loud trucks. And I can't ignore the rapid fire coming from the lot adjacent to my classroom. Some of you are obviously a little rough around the edges. But don't worry, I like it a little rough. Now, I'm not one to judge, since I myself have been known to pack heat. A lot of it. But there are safer triggers to pull. For example, the one attached to the alcohol shotgun. Just cock open the barrel, pour in your favorite shot, lock it, load it, and fire away. Oh, and if your aim isn't perfect, don't worry. This is one money shot you won't mind being so messy. So the next time you're in a field party and some brute cuts in front of you in the keg line, you can put away your .45, grab an alcohol shotgun, and tell him, "Don't worry, bro, it's all good." And then blow him away with a shot of whiskey instead. So, class, if you're not quite ready to hop on a bull, but you still have the fastest draw in the West, then grab yourself an alcohol shotgun and ride him cowboy. And believe me, this ride will last more than 8 seconds. Yee-haw. Well, there's the bell, class. Till next time, have fun, be safe, and drink up.
Elements that make up the quality of a great cigar, and today we're going to find out just what those are. I'm at Up and Smoke with manager Patrick Carmichael, cigar extraordinaire. Patrick, thanks for joining
Nice
us
to meet
today.
you.
Okay, I want to start with tobacco. How important is tobacco in a cigar?
Tobacco is very important because it makes up all three aspects of a great cigar. It makes up the binder, the filler, and the wrapper of a good cigar.
All right, let's talk about size. How important is that to the burning and the aroma of the cigar?
It's very important because you don't always get the same amount of flavors that you get with a bigger ring gauge cigar than you would with a smaller ring gauge cigar. A great example is the Lancero. It's a little bit smaller of a ring gauge, but you actually get a little bit more flavoring to it, and that's actually what a lot of manufacturers blend their cigars in and test it out before they become other sizes.
Now, are there cigars specifically designed to smoke with alcoholic beverages?
Yes, there are actually a lot of manufacturers that do make alcohol-flavored cigars, but one of my personal favorites is a nice bourbon cigar. I like to drink it with a quality bourbon and coats my tongue, and it also enhances the smoking of the particular cigar that I'm smoking.
I'm glad we talked about that, because up next I have a special guest, and he's going to talk to us about pairing a great martini with a great cigar.
We've made some yummy drinks before.
But this one is sweet and creamy.
It really drives us nuts.
Start with your shaker filled with ice.
Then add 2 ounces of chocolate liqueur.
Well, make that 4 because there are 2 of us.
Then add 1.5 ounces of vodka. My, this is looking so good. And before the pour, we coat our martini glasses with chocolate and sugar. Oh, Tana, doesn't that look amazing? Tana, how about some strawberries?
Would you guys like a taste?
Hi, I'm Chelsea. Everyone here at Body Shots loves to have fun and a great drink. But we also know that drinking responsibly is far more important. So if you're going to have fun and drink, please do it responsibly. I am here in the private lounge at Up and Smoke, and we're going to find out how to pair a great martini with a great cigar. Joining me today is Chris Kane, pairing specialist. Chris, thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
So Chris, where do we get started in pairing a great martini with a certain type of cigar?
Well, the first thing we have to ask is what kind of martini you want. Do you want something heavy, which is like this, which would be a vodka or a gin martini, or something lighter with a fruity martini? With a more alcohol, like vodka or gin, just straight vodka or gin, and a little bit of olive juice, let's say. You probably want something a little stronger, like the Maduro wrapper, which is a darker wrapper, which gives you a lot more smoke, or concentrated smoke. It's very, very heavy on the palate. Lighter, such as a fruity martini, probably want to go something medium. This is a natural wrapper, and this is a Conneticut shade wrapper. The Conneticut shade is going to be the lighter, medium, and dark.
Wow, there is just so much involved in pairing.
Yes, because you want the total experience. You gotta have the whole thing. I mean, if you want like a chocolate martini and you have a chocolate cigar, you have all that flavors coming in. You want something heavy and you want to be noticed, because when you're smoking a cigar, it's the whole ritual of, yes, I'm smoking a cigar. Everything's lovely. Life is great. I have a martini and a cigar. What can be better?
Well, I'm going to enjoy my cigar and this martini, but don't go anywhere because we're going to Kelly's East Side with Jamie Lynn and Tana and this week's drinking game. This is Kelly's East Side, where fun, food, and a little bit of drinking is the norm. And yes, they have great martinis. And of course, Sharon, Jamie Lynn, and Tana.
All right, AJ, it's time for you to make us some martinis.
But not just any martinis. You have to be original.
Yeah, we want something different, but please, make us 3.
No problem. Here at Kelly's East Side, we have 3 awesome martinis. We have the Southern Belle Martini, which I'll make that for you first. Use vodka, fresh squeezed limes,
And then splash of cranberry. Then for our second one is the Kelly's Eastside Martini. What we'll do there is we got the vodka, melon,
Ooh.
and then a splash of pineapple juice and orange juice.
Oh, this is gonna be my favorite. Oh yeah, that one's gonna be.
And then for our final one is the Texas Martini. For that, use some tequila, some orange liqueur, fresh limes,
Ooh, they all look good.
and there you have it.
Hi, I'm Sharon Solara, and welcome to Kelly's Eastside, where everyone's game of choice is Anchorman. Anchorman is played with two even-numbered teams where one person is designated as each team's Anchorman. Players are seated in a row across from each other with 2 pitchers of beer ready to go. The first player attempts to bounce a quarter into their own glass. Once they do, they drink as much beer from the pitcher as possible. Then they pass the glass, quarter, and pitcher to the next person, and they do the same thing. This continues until the Anchorman sinks the quarter in the glass and finishes the pitcher, hence Anchorman. Let's talk to the 2 team captains and see what their strategy is to lead their teams to victory. Colin, can you tell me what your strategy is?
You know, we just practice shooting quarters and angle our quarters at the cups, bounce them, and make them in.
I'm here with Joe, the second team captain, and he's going to tell us what his strategy is to win the game.
It's all about the angle of the quarter, your patience, just nice, time, smooth, and if you miss, you just get it. Get your confidence back in you, and then when it comes down to the beer drinking, it's just drink a beer. Nerve-wracking, dude. You get nervous? Yes.
Well, not only is it important to pick players that are skilled at bouncing quarters, but the key strategy to winning is to make sure that your most proficient drinker is your designated Anchorman. I'm Sharon Solara. Have fun and drink smart.
Here are the rules to Body Shots trivia. Hot bikini girls ask ready and willing contestants questions about the alcohol theme of the week. And if you can hold it together long enough to answer, you can win one of our sponsors' prizes. Here's the secret. Everyone's a winner.
Today's Body Shots questions are all about martinis.
Are you 2 ready?
Absolutely.
Your first Body Shots question is, what is the ingredient that makes a martini dirty?
Okay, let's check your answers. Olive juice, that's correct, olive brine. Okay, your second Body Shots question is, in a Gibson martini, what substitutes an olive for the garnish?
All right, boys, let's see your answers. An onion, those are both correct. Your final Body Shots question is, there's a famous British secret agent who loves martinis. How did he like them prepared? All right, boys, let's see your answers. Shaken, not stirred. Excellent, boys. You both won Shot Pack cocktails from Shot Pack Inc.
Don't have room for the bottle and you just gotta have that shot? Need a little pick-me-up that hits all the right spots? Just tear it open and tilt your head back. It's the new Buzz from Shot Pack.
We hope you learned a lot about martinis. And thanks for joining us here on Body Shots. I'm Chelsea Prendez, and we'll see you next time for another round of drinks.
Ooh, baby, I like this. Ooh, I've been waiting so long to lay on my sandy beach blanket, singing out a sweet summer song. 'Cause loving, I've been drinking.